Did you ever wonder where white people come from? This is Yakub, also known as Yakub or Yakub, the black scientist who lived 6,600 years ago and began the creation of the white race. And he was also Greek.
But why is he looking like that alien from One Punch Man?
Don't worry, Tommy. We'll get into that. At the start of human history, a variety of types of black people inhabited the moon. It was a paradise for everyone. Just not for the big chief, the black god scientist. He became frustrated because all the people living on the moon did not speak one language. So he decided to blow up the moon. Yeah, you heard that right. A piece of this destroyed moon became the Earth. And that's how the Earth was created. So we've got the Earth full of morally righteous black people. Some of them settled in the city of Mecca, and that's also where Yakub was born.
And now about the big head?
Yes, Tommy, now about the big head. Yakub was born with 2 brains, so he acquired unexpectedly the nickname Big Head. Thanks to those brains, he was super intelligent, and at the age of 6, he discovered the law of attraction and repulsion by playing with magnets made of steel.
Steel is a heavy metal, sounds good.
His discovery and bullying led him to a plan to create a new kind of people. He saw an unlike human being, made to attract others who could, with the knowledge of tricks and lies, rule the original black man. He discovered that the original black man contained both black germ and brown germ. By the age of 18, he gained all possible knowledge in the universities of Mecca.
You're saying Mecca, like before Islam?
No, according to the story, Yakub and others practiced Islam before Muhammad, but then it kind of got screwed up. Yakub created a new doctrine called trichology. He fastly gained popularity with his promise that his followers were gonna rule the world for 6,000 years.
Wow, Yakub was a rock star.
No argues with that. Chicks wanted him, guys that used to bully him wanted to be like him. His plan was great, until the king started to be intimidated by potential threats. He started persecuting Yakub and his followers by putting them into jail. But the number of followers was huge, so the king came up with a deal. He gave Yakub a boat and released him with his 59,999 followers.
59,999 plus Yakub makes 60k.
You're so smart, Tommy. Anyway, he started to sail all across Africa, and during the voyage began his evil plan. There was once this chick who was a little paler than the others, so he banged her. If the child was lighter, it was saved. If not, it was thrown into the sea. Some of the followers were disgusted by his behavior, so they got off the boat and inhabited the African continent. That did not stop Yakub. After some time, he landed on the isle called Pelan in the Aegean Sea, modern-day Patmos. Once there, he established a despotic regime, starting to breed out the black traits of his followers, killing all darker babies, and succeeded in creating a brown race after 200 years.
Crazy, man. I'm starting to be ashamed to be white. I have to do something. Oh!
Yakub died at the age of 150, but his followers carried on his work. It took 600 years to create the white race, the pure evil that is made by nature, liars and murderers. Not only white people are a product of Yakub's bleaching process, they also created a red and yellow race. The new white race went feral and lived in caves for 600 years, domesticating wolves and other animals as companions. Some of the whites tried to go back because they realized how bad they were, so they tried to make themselves black again. However, this process was not possible because they were so wild they turned into gorillas through this process. Wait, where's Tommy?
Subscribe, like, and follow if you want to hear more of me.
Gosh, Tommy, you too. However, after that, a guy named Moses was supposed to civilize the white people and bring them to the right path. He took them to Mecca, told them to wear clothes, and tried to civilize them. But eventually he gave up and blew up 300 of the most troublesome white people with dynamite. However, whites learned to use tricknology. Yakub's plan was to use his cunning and lack of empathy to usurp power and enslave the black population, bringing the first slaves to America. According to this theory used by the Nation of Islam, Yakub's descendants were destined to rule for 6,000 years before the original black peoples of the world regained dominion, which ended in 1914. And people say that white people have no culture.
1914? It's like more than 100 years ago.
You don't say, Tommy, you don't say.
But thanks, Yakub, for my existence.
Yeah. However, you might also like our other videos, such as What is Younger Than Joe Biden? Or How the Dune Saga is Connected to Real History. Me and Tommy expect to see you next time.
See you next time.